Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
He's a tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4TV. He's wild and he's free. High ball top number 50, you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, reaching for the kill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works for the skill. In the ball, reaching for the kill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the corner bank to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Corner bank to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper.
Right, good evening, welcome back to VP4TV. We're back for Friday Night 9-ball. We have Larry as this week's defending champion, and Larry's signed up. Let's check how many are in. And not a lot, let's be honest with you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 9 in, and we've got about 1 minute to go. We might be lucky to get another one in. We've got Brocky, 14. There's Tyler Lie, 34. Coldest Pillow, Howie Wowie, Larry, One Pocket Slim, Quagmire, Sergresh, Simax, and Spectre Dawn. That's the sign-ups for that. One quick check while we've got time. If we check the 10-ball Virtual World Championships, no matches today, at least there was none in the schedule. We've got the one lost side match on Sunday night coming up. That's at 7 p.m. GMT between VP Monster and Bedhead. And then we have Tommy and Rabbi, a round 2 match. That's this Tuesday coming at 7 p.m. GMT. Then we have Coldest Pillow and Damon. That is Wednesday in the middle of the afternoon at 3 p.m. I'll be there for that because I'm off. And then finally we've got Wink at Me and Spectre Dawn, which is a week on Monday, I believe, at 7:30. So those are the scheduled matches. And something else might crop up between now and then, but that's the way it stands at the moment. Right, so we're all set to go. We're just waiting on that bracket. Well, I was right enough. It's what is it you call it again? The ridge tile that came off. Now, I'll be honest with you, see, all during the day I'd been nipping through to the back door and having a look out to see what trash was blowing about the garden, and I had to put the bin up. The bin blew over. So every now and again I was out checking out the back door, and I may well have had a very lucky escape. I'm glad I was in front of the PC at the time, because this tile came right down and it landed in the grass, and it was all obviously smashed up when it hit the ground. I went out and tidied that up. But if I had run out at the wrong time when that damn thing came down, I'd have been dead, because it would have clouted me right in the head. And that's exactly why you don't get out in weather like that, because tiles can come off the roof and you can get done by it. Right, the bracket is up. We've got Coldest Pillow against Brocky, One Pocket Slim against Larry, so no prizes for guessing what match we're going into. We've got Sergresh and Simax, and we've got Spectre Dawn up against Quagmire. So we'll head in. Larry, the defending champion. I will change the cloth colour if I can get there. I've totally forgotten what I'm doing here. Oh, it's under miscellaneous. Right, so hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. I did change the setup for the live stream, and that was prompted by Albinario, who was complaining to me that at the end of the live stream the other night, when Albinario got home, or whenever he decided he wanted to watch the live stream, he couldn't do it because for some reason the way XSplit communicates with YouTube, I don't know what the hell happens, but the video isn't accessible for maybe a couple of hours. So I changed the setup this afternoon. I did a couple of tests, and it now means that at the end of the night's live stream, anybody who wants to go and watch it can immediately go and watch it. Right, good evening to Rabbi. Well, we have One Pocket Slim on the right-hand side, and lagging off for the break. Races to 7, Moneyball handicap. Larry gets the 8 ball, and Slim wins the lag. Welcome to Mark. Oh, by the way, Mark, you know who I got a PM from on Facebook today? Completely out of the blue. Bloody, what's his face? What do you call him? Rich. And he says, he says he came in to the lobby. I never saw him because I wasn't here at the time, whenever it was. He said he came into the lobby. Rich, he looked around and was surprised at how quiet it was. I says, well, you know, some have gone elsewhere and some have died. He says, what about Mark? I says, oh no, that old bastard's still there. We can't get rid of him. So, but that was it. That was the end of the conversation. But yeah, I might not have been here. I'm telling you, I swear to God, I think I got lucky today. I'm just glad I wasn't out and nosing about at the time. I don't. I now after the incident, I now realise how lucky I might have been. But bins all over the place. In fact, here's a laugh as well, Mark. I watched a bit of GB News. I was watching it, and of course they've got a guy down at Troon. Troon's been hit bad because, of course, Troon's right on the Firth of Clyde, right on the coast, and it got the full brunt. And they had power out. There was water coming up off the beach, and of course, the GB News reporter found one shop open in the town. Everything is closed. I'll give you one guess, right? I'll give you one guess as to the nationality of the shop that was open, the owner of the shop. Yes, you've guessed it. You know, he wasn't for missing an opportunity to make a pound. The corner shop guy, the Asian guy, he's got the shop open. The power had went out twice while he was open, but he was open. But I don't know that many people were getting to do any shopping, but he was out to make $1 if he could. But it definitely was not safe to be wandering about. You know, in fact, I think we get off lightly where we are. But trees down, roof off, you know, everything blown about. So there'll be a bit of a tidy up to go on. And then the worst of it is I've got a double shift tomorrow. Because the Tesco stores were all closed, which was good sense. Right, so I missed how Larry won that first rack, but he won it anyway. Well, this is just out and around the corner, trying to hold the pace off that cue ball, and that's not bad. But that's pretty good. Well, this is back to normality for these guys in more familiar territory. We saw, when was it, last night, we saw the Pearls are playing in the 10-footer. Oh, there's a good number of houses have got no power. Yeah, the electricity board will be working overtime 24 hours to get things sorted. But the Irish Republic, I think, had it worst of all because that's where it hit them first, and they've got absolutely no shelter off the Atlantic and the west coast. They get the full boona. And then there's another one on the way, knocking on the door as well. Not as bad as this one, but probably going to have more of an impact further south than what that one has just done. But there is another one in the pipeline to hit that some break, that one. Balls flying in all over the place. 1 ball, 2 ball, 3 balls, 5 ball, 6 ball, all gone in a break. And the 7 ball is not exactly 100% accessible. Now, he might have overdone this. He's overdone it. Now he feels an umpty after that break. getting himself married up in the 7, and I don't think he's played the best safety shot in the world, because Larry will have a go at jumping over the edge of that, I think. Yeah, I didn't quite keep the line. Not easy to keep the line, I think, when you're jumping. Not that I'm an expert, but very easy to tweak a little bit of spin in that cue ball when you're trying to line it up. Especially, obviously, when you're jacking up the cue, you can easily have the tip just a tad off centre. Slim almost overdone it again, but I think he's okay this time. We have a 2-second delay on the live stream. I haven't. I mean, I've been catching bits of the news through the day, but you know, it'll all the facts and figures will come in over the next day or so. There's no that big a delay in the chat, surely. Well, Slim with a 2-1 lead against the defending Friday Night 9-ball champion. Unusual that it's not spectred on, but Larry, who managed to pinch his title last week. Does this 3-ball go? Yes, it does. Well, you've got to remember that the chat is being fed from YouTube via Botrix. That's the name of the app or the website that takes the feed of the live chat and feeds it via the link into my XSplit broadcaster. Well, Larry has a chance to square it up. And of course, Larry getting the 8-ball didn't need to worry about getting up for the 9. Three ball into the left side. I don't really think he's got much of a shot going in the 1. I mean, you can cut that into the top right, but it's going to be tricky. I mean, the 2-ball does go as well. You know, if you're cutting that way, the cue ball's going that way, but there's no way you can hold the cue ball for the 2. So he's played the sensible shot. It shouldn't prove that much of a problem for Slim to hit the 1. Assuming he's going to dig out the jump stick, although he's nailed to the rail though. And cue ball's gone off the table. So Larry with ball in hand. So we just roll the 2 in. Is he going to try and play the 5 into that side? Well, from where he is now, I would assume he is, because no. I mean, you could come back out. Yeah, he is. And that'll do nice. That's a nice angle. So he's set up to take the lead. And he needs to get off the rail. Well, he's perfect though, because he's got the good angle. And just a roll in for a 3-2 lead. I think it's dry. It's dry, but Slim's got a reasonably comfortable starter here. He can drag the pace off this cue ball, or he can just use the gentle touch approach. Just let the cue ball run out. It should still be good enough to hold for the 2 ball into the side comfortably enough. So the main shot here is leaving the angle in the 4, because you want to get out for that 5. You see, there's a mistake there. He's left himself too straight, and that 5 ball's tight, but it does go past the 8. But any touch in this 8 ball, oh well, it did touch the 8, but it was gentle enough just to help it into the pocket. So we could be heading all the way in this match. Again, he's got himself dead straight. That'll do it. Going to rack number 7. 3 apiece. Good break from Slim. Gets a ball. Now, does he have a shot? Yeah, it's a dodgy angle, but he's got pretty much a full pocket. But he's not read the angle. So Larry's got a chance up and down with the cue ball. I mean, this is probably the toughest shot in the visit, I would assume. This is pretty tight, that 1 ball. Now he needs to get into the gap. Okay so far, but he's now created a slight problem that the 9 ball is now blocking the 7, but you can easily get down for the 6 and play the 7 down to the other end of the table. But if he wants to take matters a little bit quicker, he could play the combo in the 7-9. Well, no sooner have I said that than Larry's made the mistake on the 3. Well, Simanx, as far as I can remember, hasn't been around for weeks and weeks, and he's finally showed up tonight. And he could have done with a bit of practice by the look of it. Sergresh with a 7-1 win. So Larry's first big mistake. And I think Slim might have to jack up to avoid any collisions here so he can stay in the table for this 4. Well, he just managed to avoid the hit in the 7, and that's perfect. So a little dink. So now he has to make the decision. Is he just going to... This might be tricky just to nip back for this 7 ball. Yeah, it's a wee bit fiddly. I mean, he could just nick that in and try and sneak in the short side. No, he is coming out for the combo. Well, That's about as good as he's going to get it, but he can't push that to the point. It ain't going in. So he's got to get the line. And that'll do. So the mistake was made by Larry on that 3-ball, and that let Slim in. Now can he drive home the advantage? Well, he needs to get a ball first, and I don't think he has. And he's left a shot for Larry as well, I think. So, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, a little tweak, and he can get it, no problem. So Larry trying to make amends for his mistake in the last rack. I might bump the 8-ball here. No, he's actually straighter than I thought. So straight through the gap, the 5 and 9. So it can be up table, it can be into the side. Now, if he gets a good line on this 5-ball, it'll be simple just to drop it into the side and be on the 6. That would be the ideal situation if he could just nip out. Now, he's not risking interfering with the 6, so that'll do. Good enough line. Perfectly good line to hold the cue ball. So remember, he only needs to get to the 8-ball. And he should be guaranteed to do that. So this is just a little stopper again with the cue ball. Just don't stop it on top of the 9. Well, he is cueing over the top of it. But again, you've just got to be careful of the centre of the tip of the cue. So he takes advantage of Slim's dry break. And we're back all square. 3-ball on the side. Did the 1-ball go in as well? I think the 1-ball. Oh no, the 1-ball's there on the right hand side. Quick look. And he's got a shot. Well, he wants that angle below the 5-ball. You want the angle like that on the 5-ball. Where you can stun down. If you're slightly that way, you can go forward and spin down. Now this is a slight problem, the angle he's got here, because he's got to be careful he doesn't end up bumping the wrong side of the 7 or the 9. And he's leaving it short because of that. But the angle he's got is fine. Again, it's a little dinky cut. And he's going to have a decent enough shot in the 7. So, Larry making a go of it, defending his Friday night 9-ball title. Good pot in the 7, they should be home and dry. Oh dear. Oh, well, the mistakes are one too many for Larry, I'm afraid. That was not a difficult 7-ball. Big swing there. That's the frailty of Larry nowadays. He makes one too many more mistakes than he used to. So that 3-ball that he missed earlier in the match, and that one there's 2 racks gone because of it. Oh, welcome to Tam. Well, wait! I'm going to repeat myself. Wait to hear this, Tam. I had been nipping back out and in the back door, having a quick look to see what mess there was, and I was also doing a live stream test this afternoon. Coldest Pillow was in at the time, and one of the tests I was doing, I heard a thud and I had to bail out and go and check what it was. And when I went out the back garden, I could see debris lying in the grass, and the ridge tile right off the apex at the gable end of the house, which is getting the full brunt of the wind, it had blown off and come down the roof and smashed onto the grass. Now, if I had been ducking out the back door to have a look and see what mess there was at the time, I could have been dead. So I think I got a lucky move the day, actually sitting in front of the PC at the time that it happened. And I went out later on and I tidied it up. But I've also went on to the council's website and said to them that I need my roof checked. So I've got a job booked for them to come and check it. Whenever that'll happen, I don't know. Because there'll be a lot more worse people than me with half the roofs hanging off, probably. Welcome to Blind Hog. Well, Larry trying to redeem himself again to get it back all square. I'll have a quick drink. So I did say this match was going to go all the way. It's looking very like it. Larry's break comes up dry. Now, Slim could try and get naughty here. He could try and run this cue ball up into the corner. He might get lucky and knock the 9 in, but the 6 ball's in the way a wee bit. He's trying to draw. I knew he would try to get a bit naughty. Yeah, I think the thing is that if there was room, you could have played this sort of 3-railer and tried to bump the 9 in, but there was too much traffic. Well, Larry's, oh dear, he's hung the 1 ball. I mean, trying to hold the cue ball for the 2-9, and he's hung the 1. So Larry's made 3 misses, 3 mistakes that look as if they're all going to cost him. And Slim, well, provided he can get the 4 and the 5, which shouldn't really be a problem, he'll have a 6-9 combo to get to the hill. He doesn't want to go any further. Now the cue ball's just, he's going to have to dig into it, try and hold it. That's almost full recovery now. Well, these mistakes are costly, Larry. You could be over the line by now. He could have the match won, but now he's going to have to dig deep. Slim breaking for the match. And I've got the hiccups again. As soon as I have a drink of water, I've got the hiccups. Well, I heard something go in. And he's going to be hampered a bit. It's a dodgy cut in the 1. And it's a combo that if this 1 ball goes slightly either side of this 7, I don't think the 7 will go in. Is he playing the bank instead? Yes, he was. Well, Larry might end up doing the same here. But again, the danger with that is the cue ball coming this way and not having a shot in the 2. Let's see what he's doing here. Yeah, he's playing the bank. See, the cue ball was always coming this direction. And he didn't have a shot in the 2, as predicted. Well, there's a result there. Brocky 34 has taken out Coldest pillow, 7 racks to 5. Slim looking to complete formalities here, although again the cue ball's going to maybe. Let's have a look at this. I see this, it's a bit fiddly this. I don't know whether he maybe wants to try and bump the 8 here. No, he isn't. He's trying to come around the back. And that's pretty good. Again, he's just slightly the wrong angle. But I think he can go forward. Yeah, get through clean, avoiding the 8. Should be done and dusted now. But that's about... The unforced errors are the cost of probably most defeats that you get in tournament play, or any match for that matter, and Larry's made them. He's made the ones that count, because he could have had this match won without those errors. So he's going to have to do things the hard way this week. Now, is he just going to check this to come back this left side? No, he's running right side. The danger with that is the scratch on the side. He's bolt straight. Just a little nip. So you tried to pinch an angle there. Now, Slim, you walked into that one yourself. He knew fine well that if he was actually holding the line, he would have scratched the side pocket. So he tried to tweak it a little bit to adjust the line of the cue ball. Well, Larry got off the hook big time. And as I said, hill, but that's a big howler from Slim. Good evening to Cobra. Well, Larry gets the big reprieve. He gets a ball in the break. And he's going to have to work his magic with a jump stick at distance. This cue ball could end up on top of the 2 ball here. Yeah, see how the cue ball wanted to run forward and come around into the 2. Well, he's missed it. And he's going to be more than likely in trouble here in a second. Yeah. Well, the 5 ball isn't in the line of the kick. The kick is certainly there to hit the 1 ball. There shouldn't be any issue there. But he hasn't got the hit. So that could well be Larry's last shot unless Slim comes up with another howler. How's that 6 ball sitting? It's not frozen. Well, this is the make or break shot. Getting down onto the 3. Unless you just stay out there to leave enough of a cut angle, which he has done. Then his only problem is just to make sure he comes around and avoids the 8 ball. He doesn't want to hook himself. Come into the gap, checked it up. Well, likewise, again, the same problem is that 7 ball just plays in your mind. If you're trying to get really good in the 6, the 7 ball could always be an interference. But he's well away from that. Needs to keep an angle though to make, and again the 8 ball's going to come into play. Might not though, because I think he's a bit shallow. See, he is a wee bit shallow in this, and now it's a question whether he wants to punch this. Oh, he hasn't hit it. He hasn't hit it. And he was scared of the 8 ball, I'll tell you that right now. He knew fine well that the cue ball wanted to head that direction, so he's got to dig out a pot. And oh, it wipes at his feet, and it's going to no man's land, this cue ball, but it's going to be a dead bank. Oh yeah, I mean this has got to bank all the way, this 8-ball. Nailed it. So one pocket slim takes a scalp of Larry. Welcome back, Simanx. Long time no see. How much was you giving Brocky, coldest pillow? I haven't looked at the bracket. So mistakes were made there at the end by Slim that let Larry take it hill, but overall Larry lost it with those 3 errors. So that's that. Let's now have a look and see how things shape up on the bracket. We've got Spectre Dawn. But I never even noticed that result had come through. Spectre Dawn has beaten Quagmire. I missed that result. And he's now playing Howie Wowie in round 2. Sergresh through to round 3. After that, win against Simanx. We've got Brocky, of course. Well, Brocky's getting a bucket load here. He's getting 5 and out against Slim. So, in fact, he was getting 6 and out against Coldest Pillow. So that's a very, very dangerous handicap. So now we've got Larry over on the one loss side. And Quagmire's there. Coldest Pillow's there. And not a lot happening until a result comes through here. So we're going to have to stay with one pocket slim and see how he handles this 5 and out handicap he's given Brocky. That room should be going up. We need to see what sort of level Brocky's at. Now, being a 1698 rated player, I don't think he plays a great deal, although he has got his own cue. Right, here we go. Brocky on the right-hand side. Lag for the break. And Brocky getting 5 and out. Well, Slim's going to have to keep things pretty tight here because 5 and out is a huge danger. You make a mistake at the wrong time, all it takes is one ball and that's a rat gone. There's that pattern with the 3 balls. Now, did the 2 ball go? Yep, the 2 ball has gone. So we'll give him the 1, the 3, the 4, and then it's dangerous territory. The 5 ball doesn't go into the corner, but it goes into the side. It goes into the side. So the handy thing is where the 4 ball is, because that means you can just roll the 4 in and come through, but you've got to get right through. You've got to come right through, even if you're on the bottom rail here. You've got to come right through for this 5 ball. And now he needs to brush forward and hope that 9 ball gets out the way for the 6 into the side. Oh, he's come back the way. He wasn't taking any risks. Well, this is slightly off angle. You know the usual. We catch any of the knuckle, they're not getting in. Gets it clean. And this is always the danger territory when it's 5 and out. Now, you can go forward, just come up the table high enough on the right side. Big check again to make sure it did. doesn't want to interfere with the 9 ball, but I think he is, unless he just jacks up and comes back off this 8 ball. Or is he just brushing through to take it aside? No, he's nipping back. Oh, he isn't, and he didn't really go through with that shot, I don't think. He's pushed the 9 into certainly a cuttable and definite bankable territory. But this is what happens with 5 and out. You know, you make that one mistake at the wrong time. Okay, he's still got to make a pot here, Brocky. This isn't a gimme. Yeah, well, Brocky certainly needing his 5 and out from that evidence there. When did you make that intro? I can't remember the website I use. I go to it from time to time because that's only the demo one. It's a 720 resolution. It's not high def. It's not full HD, but you get to make a demo of whatever video you're trying to create, and then they want you to pay the money to get the full HD version. But that only takes a matter of minutes to make them. Well, this is the obvious danger is that players getting 5 and out can just bang balls and something can go in very easily. So Slim's just got to play the table. That's all you have to do is just play what you've got in front of you and deal with it. Well, again, this is a wee bit tricky. There is a possibility of traffic interfering. He's played the bank to get the run in. This might be hooked. It's got to go behind the 9. And it has done. But it's gone bolt straight. But he doesn't need to do anything anyway. He just needs to come through. Well, he's trying to run the cue ball. I don't know whether he had to really do much there. Now, this is tricky. And he's got to watch he doesn't bump the 8 because he'll have no shot in the 7 if he does. All good so far. Oh, this is nasty. Well recovered. Just like a sports channel. At the end of every rack, just to annoy you. So Slim's break looks as if it's dry. It most certainly is. So Brocky's got the 1 ball. The 2 ball, but probably not a shot in the 3 unless he can spin this cue ball over to the short side. Well, let's have a look. That 3 ball goes, so it does. Well, no prizes for guessing what Slim should be doing here. And that's exactly what he should be doing. Well, while Brocky's trying to get out of that, which was he using a jump cue there? I didn't quite catch whether he was or he wasn't. Anyway, Slim His ball in hand for a 3-9 combo. And it goes. And it's never the first time this has happened where, you know, the stronger player giving away 5 and out, it gets a decent start, gets a decent lead, and then in the blink of an eye, racks start flying the other way when the odd mistake happens or a roll of the ball or a bump. But the way things are going here, Slim's making hay while the sun shines. 4-0. 5 ball goes in. Oh, that 3 ball just killed the one. Just got right in the way. Well, if Slim's going to play the push out, he doesn't want to go up table and leave a line for a 1-7 bang for a combo. He doesn't want to do that. That's asking for trouble. Well, he's played up top and he's given Brocky a chance to bang this 1 ball onto the 8, and you never know. Well, he never even got the 1 to hit the 8. That's terrible. He's to give that a proper pop. I don't think the 3 ball's exactly accessible where it's sitting. Far from it. But again, Slim can duck. Well, that may well be Brocky's last shot in this rack. And the only way Slim's going to lose this is a severe dose of self-inflicted damage that might come across him or come over him at any moment. He'll be hoping it doesn't, because that's probably the only way he's going to lose this from this position. While he's tidying up here, let's have a quick update on the scores. We've got Spectre Dawn 2 apiece with Howie Wowie. I'll say that again. Howie Wowie getting the 6 ball. Sir Gresh waiting on that winner. And while that was going on, Larry's had a comfortable 4-0 win against Quagmire. And of course, with what I would normally do on a Friday morning, because normally on a Friday, when I do go to work, I've normally finished at 9:45. That's normally when I do my big shop for the week. So the fact that I've not been out the house and no shops have been open, I've got barely anything left in the house to eat. So I'm rumbling my tumbly at the moment. Well, out with the jump stick again for Slim. Is there a glimmer of hope here for Brocky to get a rack on the board? Is there? Well, there will be if this 3 ball sits good, but that's not ideal. I mean, he could just roll this in, but the cue ball wants to head left. And Brocky clearly struggling to read angles. Again, it's just because this is somebody who doesn't play a lot. They don't They don't dedicate their life to VP4. They've better things to do. And poor, well, if he can execute the stroke, he can have Slim in trouble. I've got a few slices of bread left. I do know that I have. I've got some corned beef, which I'll probably have on toast tomorrow morning as a sort of snack before I go to work. And then round about 9 o'clock-ish is when I get my tea break. But I'll probably take it a wee bit later tomorrow because, as I said, I'm doing a double shift to 2 p.m. in the afternoon. What's Slim done here? Oh, he's okay. Oh, well, there's a mistake, but look at how lucky he is. Look at how jammy he is. The 9 balls come to the rescue. Oh, hang on a minute, though. The 9 balls go in now. Is that legal? Yes, it was. So Brocky gets his consolation rack on the board and immediately comes up dry. Catch some squirrels. I don't think I've ever seen a squirrel up here. I've seen more squirrels in YouTube videos than I have in real life. Well, bang, there's a combo with a 6 ball, and there's 2 racks on the board. Well, is Slim having visions of a nightmare here? Because you never know. You never know. What, Jimmy Cranky? I don't know, she split up with her man. When asked for a response, she said, "Man, Dabby Doody." Wee Jimmy Cranky. Well, that's not perfect. He obviously didn't want to hook himself behind the 9, but he's not sitting ideal here. Few balls gone. Ball in hand for a 5. And 3 racks on the board in the blink of an eye. Now, Brocky, what are you doing here? Are you paying attention for a start? Don't tell me he's going to look back at the computer and play from there, not realising he's got ball in hand. Yeah, that's definitely a numpty move. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. So I've no sympathy for him there. You've got to pay attention and be aware of what's going on round about you. And he's missed a golden opportunity to get a 3rd rack on the board from that gift from Slim. And Slim's overcut the 5. And he's going to get lucky again. Well, the cutback bank is certainly on. And that ain't going to go. Well, Brocky not paying attention. That's the biggest mistake you can ever make, is not seeing that you get ball in hand and a gift just to roll the 5 in. And that could have had Slim at squeaky bum time. I think he's got an angle. He should be fine. He needs to get the cue ball running. Well, this is not a gimme. But Slim should be on the hill. Where's the cue ball going? Oh. Now, The one ball, I think, went into the right side pocket. Shot in the 2, but you're taking a big chunk of the 6. If he plays this soft enough, he'll have a shot in the 3. As long as the 6 ball gets out of the way. And now the 4 ball, well, it was already stone dead anyway. It wasn't going anywhere. Certainly not now. He's trying acrobatics here. Yeah. So now he's looking for the feather edge. Oh, tell a lie, I forgot about the 5. What am I talking about? He's on the bloody 4 ball. I'm definitely going downhill rapidly here. And it's not even 8 o'clock. I'm losing track of what's in the table. Well, that is almost certainly Brockie's last shot that he's going to play in this match. Slim's got to go forward and down the table. Oh, if he's staying short side, see, the problem with staying short side is that when you're cutting this 6, you're taking a bit of the 7, is he not? No, you can dig in deep enough. That's perfect. Again, just needs that little angle. This 8's fairly tight. It's not frozen. So again, the golden rule, get yourself down the right hand side, past the side pocket or thereabouts, or around the corner and out, whatever he wants to do, but don't overhit it like that. Well, I think he should have maybe stunned it harder to try and come down that side, but he's got the bank and sealed the deal. Oh, Brockie, if you'd only been paying attention, it could have been a different outcome, because you never know. But Slim gets through in the end, 7 racks to 2. So now, on a quick update, let's have a look. We've got Spectre Don now opened up a gap. He's got a 4-2 lead. And Sergresh still waiting. And One Pocket Slim, of course, has now got a long wait, because he's got to wait until that match is finished and that match is finished before he's got his hot seat match. And we've obviously got to wait until the... well, here, I've never noticed that. The one lost side match with Larry and Cold as Pillow. Cold as Pillow with a 2-1 lead. Scratch, no handicaps. So Larry battling for survival here. Now, you can cut the 2 in and just come up the table. Needs to keep coming up the table, though. He's left it a wee bit short. Wanted to be there. He's got to thin cut this in and try and drag the pace off the cue ball. Now, that cue ball could have been going anywhere there. It's got a bump in the 6, which has helped him big time. So the nip back across into the table on the right hand side off the rail. Now, anything but nailed to the rail. It's not really where you want to be, but he's fine. He can just roll forward. Again, not leaving it dead straight like that. But he should be fine. He's only got to make a cut in the 9. Have a quick look at it. See that it's well off the rail. Well, the Americans loved Margaret Thatcher. They didn't have to bloody live under her government. That's the one thing you could say. She was a nasty bitch, her. She stole our milk back in the early 70s. Maggie Thatcher, the milk snatcher. Well, there's a mistake from Larry. I'm sure he didn't hit the 1 ball. And he certainly didn't. So, cold as pillow with ball in hand. And this is tricky because that 2 ball's quite deep into the corner. And it's tricky to judge this cue ball to get onto the 3. And that's what I mean. It's so difficult to control that cue ball and judge the pace coming out of that corner. He's got a shot, but it ain't simple. It's gone in clean. Well, I have to say you're right enough there, Mark, because the milk used to come in those, was it quarter pint bottles? And, you know, it would be delivered in the morning and it would sit out there in the sun for like a couple of hours before our morning break, and then you would get your little bottle of warm milk. So the only time you really did enjoy it was in the cooler months, when it was blowing a gale and wind and rain, and that way, you know, it kept a bit more palatable. Yeah, it was glass bottles. It was little glass bottles with the silver foil in the top. So Margaret Thatcher was education minister at the time, and it was her that got rid of it, took it away from all the school kids. And when at our age, one morning you were going to school and you were getting your little bottle of milk, and then the next morning it wasn't there. You never knew anything about politics or who the hell she was at the time, but you find out later in life that she was responsible. When you were at school in Australia, what the hell were you doing in Australia? Ain't natural drinking another animal's milk anyway. Well, it would be a bit off colour to ask all the mothers to come in and breastfeed us at the time, you know. That wouldn't be much appreciated. You know, employing surrogate mothers to come to school to breastfeed us. Getting it on draft. Well, if you were a sow hog, you would have about 8 breasts, wouldn't you? 8 little udders. Right, this match is all but done. It's all a question of whether Larry can take it all the way. 3-2 behind, trying to defend his title. And going to have to come up with a combo in the 4-5. Well, I think he could have played that better. I think he wanted to get further over to the right. In fact, it's more of a billiard, this 5 ball now, than a cut. I think he's playing the billiard. And the 4 balls, has it come out far enough? Yes, it has. Oh, you see, when he starts jacking up. See, Larry does that from time to time. If you notice, he lines up the shot, right? And then, to me, the big mistake he makes is he jacks up quick and then he shoots. Now, when you're jacking up, you're definitely sending that tip of the cue offline. I can't believe that you're keeping that tip of the cue lined up so that you're not putting unwanted spin on the cue ball. He does that. I've seen him do that on more than one occasion where he does that and he jacks up quick and then plays a shot, and very often he's not successful doing it. And I think that's part of the reason that he's not keeping the cue tip lined. And suddenly he's tweaking the cue ball and he's pushing the object ball offline. Well, he's got another bite at the cherry here. Yeah, but you see how, you know, he's initially lined up in the shot, and then he quickly raises the butt of the cue to play the shot. And at that point, as soon as you start twiddling with the cue tip, I'm sure you're putting it offline. I'm sure that's what you're doing. Now he's in between shots here, either into the side or up into the corner. Into the side looks favourite to me. Well, somehow or other he's got there, but he is hanging on by the skin of his teeth, Larry. 3 apiece, Hill, Larry breaking for the match. And he's got a ball. And if that 6 ball gets out of the way, he's got a shot. And the problem now, though, is the cue ball's got to do a fair bit of travelling to get near that too. Has he got comfortable enough room in this one? Yes, he has, but this cue ball's got to move. This is ugly. Well, he's played the bank. Problem now is he's going to have to play the jump. So it's a struggle for Larry to keep staying at the table and keep potting balls. Well, that'll do as far as having a shot in the 4 goes and being able to come back on the 5. Now the clincher's going to be having any sort of angle that is workable to get up the top right-hand side of the table. I don't believe he'd ever want to try and get the cue ball over this direction to get on that 6 ball. This is by far the best option, but that's all by the by, unless he gets good on this 5. And trying to run it forward. And would he have had a shot? Well, he would have. And he would have had to force it in to get the cue ball to come up. But more importantly, as cold as pillow get anything out of this. I don't think he has. Do you think he can thin that and cut that in? I don't think that's on. Well, you look at it from there, you can maybe spin it, and no, he's trying to sit on top of it. Well, you know what Larry's like. He won't be able to resist having a kick at this. And if he kicks it in dead weight, he'll have a cut in the 5 from distance. That's what he's looking at. Spectre Dawn has come through against Howie Wowie. Oh, cue ball. Oh, he's okay, but this is the bedhead cut of the night. And the problem is, he can't really risk doing anything with the cue ball. He's just got to try and come up this line and get behind the 6. And that's as good as you could try and do. Doesn't go into the top. It goes into the side, and he might be brushing something off this 9 ball as well. And again, no guarantees he'll be anywhere near good in the 7. And he's landed on top of it. Now what do? You just push it to the rail. Yeah, not much of an option available there to him. Well, Coldest Pillow can try and get cheeky here. It's a risky shot, but is he trying? No, he looks as if is he trying to blast this, or is he trying to get cheeky with the cue ball? Well, a good attempt. Trying to play the two-railer to get that 7 ball on the short rail. He left it short, and obviously trying to get covered behind the 8 or 9. But again, you know, Larry's going to have to pull out a shot with this. This isn't anywhere near easy. Watch that extension, it's running out. Oh, bumping the 9 has helped him big time. Look at this. Right, now, how do you get on the 9? Do you just nip through the other side and out? Yeah. So Larry is sort of fallen over the line, but he's got there. And he sends Coldest Pillow home for the night. So Larry survives. And he may well end up, you never know, he might end up bumping into Brocky again. Who the hell's Brocky got? Where is he, in fact? Howie Wowie playing Simanx. And Brocky's sitting there waiting on the winner of that match. Larry's now waiting on the loser of Spectre Dawn and Sergeresh. And Slim still waiting on the result of this match. So that's the one we're going to go into. Spectre Dawn and Sergeresh. No doubt Sergeresh will be getting a decent enough handicap. Well, maybe not as much. He might be getting probably something like Larry was getting, the 8 ball. I'll have a quick drink. Right, so we are waiting on Spectre Dawn finding his way in, and One Pocket Slim is waiting on the result of this match. And Larry's waiting on the loser of this match, I believe. Well, that's going to scratch. Right, here we go. We've got Spectre Dawn on the right-hand side. And no, Sergeresh is actually getting a 7 ball, which is fairly generous. And Sergeresh is going to win the lag. Spectre Dawn way short. Trackball Man Pro today. What the hell are you saying there, Blind Hog? Trackball Man Pro today. What does that mean? That's like some sort of pidgin English that you're speaking there. Had to get it from the car. There was none in the fridge. Well, if you're anything like me, Spectre Dawn, you get a big 5 litre bottle of water and you don't have to go running anywhere to get it. Well, he's. Let's just say Larry's surviving at the moment. And it can be one of those weeks where he struggles to get the match done, but he falls over the line in each of them, and he goes all the way and wins it again. It can be one of them weeks. Well, Sergeresh can wave bye-bye to this, right? But for the fact that that 6 ball has just nailed itself to the rail, I mean, that is absolutely frozen solid. This is very difficult. It's rock solid to the rail. And he's going to try and swing in behind the 9 and get as straight as he can onto the rail. And that's pretty good. Now, how far is it from the jaw? He's fine as far as scratching goes. Nothing like that's going to happen. And he's kept it fairly flush. But that 7 ball is past the pocket. Well, he can. Well, can he cut that in? I think he can blast that and cut it in. But he's then got to let this cue ball run out. I think he can cut that in. He's not playing the cut. He's trying to run it up and hit the point. Well, it was risky. Of course, no anywhere near getting on the 9 ball. So it's a really thin bedhead cut or a bank where he's going to have to actually make it because it's not lined up perfect for a bank. And that was very well played. Well, he took a huge risk playing that cut because although you imagine that you're going to hit the point, there's always a chance it hits at the slightly the wrong side and you scratch. So he took the risk and he got the reward because of it. It was a good out. And the 8 ball goes in. And no shot in the 1. And the 1 ball, well, it might squeeze past the 3. He's played a push out. I'm just looking to see how that 1 ball looks past the 3. If Sergeresh fancy trying to roll it up there, it looks very, very tight. In fact, it's let's just be honest, it won't go. So, got to come up with plan B here and play something decent. That wasn't it, I'm afraid. I believe he did attempt a bank. There's another one of those AI photographs that Spectrodon's got. Spider-Man playing pool. That's all you do. You go into these AI sites and you type in the instruction that you want. So, a picture of Spider-Man playing pool or playing 9 ball or something like that, and it'll come up with something like that. Meanwhile, Spectrodon on the 3 around the corner now, avoid the 5 and 9. And you get the sense that it's going to be hard work for Sergeresh, but he's got to find some sort of level of consistency to try and get to that 7 ball. And that's provided he gets given a decent opportunity. And they might be few and far between. Spectre Dawn with a 2-0 lead. Lining up with that bit of wood in that frame of glass there. That's where he lines up. And the 3 ball gets nudged in eventually. Well, this is tricky. He's got to play the combo, keep the 1 ball there or thereabouts after making the combo in the 1-4, and then when he pots the 1 ball, the 1 ball's going in as well. He had to make sure he was getting the cue ball up table for the 2, and he hasn't got there. Now, if he can get the cue ball out the way, he might be able to play the cross double, but this has got double kiss written all over it. He can give this a little smack and try and get the cross bank, but it would be difficult to get the cue ball out the way. But he's got good cover because the 8 ball's a blocker down the rail. Well, Sergaresh needs to come up with something decent, and again, that ain't decent. He's not got the touch. He's just setting him up here for Spectre Dawn. Well, that's going to give him problem. Well, Spectre Dawn has got very good control. He's very good at dealing with dodgy tables. He does that time and time again. Now, that was a good shot. And you'll notice that, he's quite happy leaving a more awkward shot than trying to get really good on it and overdoing it. But he certainly controls the weight of shot very good. Well, this all came about from the poor safety from Sergaresh. So Sergaresh is looking for any kind of favour from Spectre Dawn. This cue ball's travelling nicely for the 1 into the side. Difficulties the 2 ball though again. He's got a slight angle you can spin this way. The best he might get is a 2-6 combo here if he does that direction. If he goes to the rail and spins across here, that might be the only shot he's got, or he could duck. Unless he's trying something a bit more elaborate. No, again, he's quite content to leave the high cut. You see, he's not even trying to get over that side for a combo. He's quite happy to leave a high cut. And that is pretty damn good as far as getting on the 4 goes, but well, he's got a workable angle here. He's trying to help the cue ball back this direction. Yeah, he actually got it too good and ended up running into the 9. So it's just threatening to break down here. Because you can keep going to the well, but sooner or later you're going to run out of shots. I'm just hoping he gets a roll with this 6 ball. Well, he's going to have to dig out a shot. Looking at the cut angle. And it goes in. Wiped his feet twice or three times, but it goes in. And that snuffed out the glimmer of hope that Sergaresh might have had there for getting on the board. And Simanx has taken down Howie Wowie by 4 racks to 2. We'll have a quick look at that, how that stands on the one-loss side now. Right, so now Howie Wowie, Brocky plays Simanx. And Brocky's getting a 5-ball. And meanwhile, Spectre Dawn breaks off rack number 5. 1 in the 8-ball has gone. Well, it's already looking pretty strong odds that we're going to have a showdown with One Pocket Slim and Spectre Dawn for the hot seat. Well, that's a very good shot. Excellent shot. Well, who wouldn't give him this rack now from where he's sitting? And having watched his first match in the 10-ball World Championships, he's looking fairly comfortable in the 10-footer as well, it has to be said. Well, I think in the overall shots that Sergaresh has had, he's had about 3 shots, all of them failures, but in one way or another, leading to the loss of the rack. So he's not helping his own cause, Sergaresh, because it asks so much of you against players like Spectre Dawn. You might not get a lot of chances, but when you do get a chance, you have to put it away. You can't be throwing away these opportunities and expecting to get even more. But Sergaresh's problem is his safety shots have been pretty poor. And Spectre Dawn's push out leaves a lot to be desired. That was terrible. That's the worst shot of the night that Spectre Dawn's just played. And of course, Sergaresh needing a roll of the ball has rolled right on top of the 3-ball with no shot. So there was the glimmer of hope there for Sergaresh in this rack. You blink and you'll miss it, but a very poor push out from Spectre Dawn. And Sergaresh's chance has come and gone. Well, he can actually use the 8-ball here just to hold for the 7. I mean, by the look of the angle, he's going to have to, unless he banks this. But, I think maybe he was in two minds, making sure that he was getting a decent hit in the 8-ball. He ended up not too bad in the 7, but he's also had a roll of the ball. And poor old Sergaresh with no shot. Well, it doesn't rain, but it pours. He's not getting a sniff off Spectre Dawn. Well, he's had a roll of the ball this time. I think he's maybe due one, but it's, it's an easy hit, and he might end up being hooked here in a minute or two. Poor Sergresh. He could end up being hooked. Oh, he's got it too thin. But, well, he's partially hooked, but you can see an edge. And that wasn't a great shot either, because he should have been well over this side of the table using that 8-ball. And the end result is he ends up getting stuck. Well, the tournament's been on for, what, 90 minutes? And we're not far off the hot seat match. It just means I'll get to bed that bit earlier. But I might have to have a little nibble at something before I go, because my stomach is rather empty. Well, it's another pot that Spectre Dawn's having to dig out, but he's double checking the angle, and he usually doesn't miss them. So now, breaking for the match with a 6-0 lead. The 8-ball in, and the cue ball running nicely for the 1. Everything in the open. Let's have a double check at the 4-ball. The 4-ball goes, so this is all over, folks. Sergresh can, well, he doesn't need to put his cue away, because he's heading over to that 1 loss side, and he could maybe still do damage on the 1 loss side while he's there. And I think Spectre Dawn might not necessarily be that much in a hurry to get into the room with 1 pocket slim. I'm hedging my bets that might be the case, and that'll give me bathroom time. So, a comfortable job for Spectre Dawn. Interesting thing is, how many errors did Spectre Dawn make? I think he made well, a couple of, a poor push out, but you can count whatever they were all in one hand. And a 7-0 win. Good evening to Mooncake. I will be back in a minute, so just bear with us. Right, well, we are back, and like I predicted, I'm first in the room, and Spectre Dawn is still nowhere to be seen. One Pocket Slim has arrived, and this is a hot seat match tonight. This is, well, One Pocket Slim is box office tonight, because this is his third match that we're watching, and this is to see who gets to tonight's final. Meanwhile, on the one-loss side, we've got Brocky and Simanx going at it. Brocky's 3-2 in front at the moment. And Larry's just starting his match with Sergaresh. So Spectre Dawn on the right-hand side. And there's that result just came through. So Brocky survives another round, taking down Simanx by 4 racks to 2. One Pocket Slim wins the lag, and off we go. It's a scratch match, no handicap. Couple of balls have gone in. House's luck for the one ball, pretty good. And it's 1-0 to Slim. This is the sort of start you need on a table like this to give you a reasonably comfortable start. Now, I mean, he could have done with just running higher up the table to open up that angle, but he's fine. Just having to kill the pace. So ideally, he wants to be right behind this 7 ball just so he can nip back an inch or two. That'll do. Perfect. Well, has it gone far enough, though? Yes, it has. He's fine. Now, the only thing to worry about here is unless he jacks up and just jabs this in and comes back, if he starts running forward, well, he's decided to play it in the soft side so that he doesn't come up and interfere with the 9. He kept it short, which is probably the wise move. You don't want to try and get tricky and end up doing something daft. So a very good start for Slim. Couldn't have asked for anything better. Won the lag. Good solid break. Couple of balls in the break and a good table to run out. So done everything that was asked of him. And has he got a follow-up? Yeah, the 1 ball's gone. 2 balls sitting there. Well, this is... he's just going to nip up the rail. He's overcooked this. He's overcooked this by quite a margin. And that's actually quite a poor shot because he had far too much bottom in the cue ball. All he wanted to do was just straighten that 3 ball up. And that's quite poor to leave it like that. Yeah. Well, self-inflicted damage there. Now, how's his luck? Pretty good it is. So that all came about. He just, he had the cue tip far too low on the 3 ball. Or whatever the hell ball it was now, I've totally forgotten. But he had it too low. And too much draw. To get to that 3 ball. Overcooked it by a big margin. Now, this isn't difficult to hit. The difficulties come out of it good. So Slim can immediately reprieve himself, taking this opportunity. Well, now this is where you do want to juice it up a wee bit. Did I say welcome to Mooncake? I can't remember whether I did before I went to the bathroom. Anyway, welcome to Mooncake again. He's probably come and gone. Welcome to Interchange X, who has now... Interchange X has been sitting in the VP4 lobby all day. I know because I've seen him there all day. And his opponent in the 10-ball tournament typed in the chat about 6 hours ago, do you want to play our match now? I'm going to send you a proposal. That's exactly what he did. So you should have a proposal in your profile for a match to take place about 6 hours ago. Yes, you did leave it on all last night. Yeah, you've been sitting sleeping in the lobby all day. Right, so Slim couldn't ask for a better start. A 2-0 lead. But the one unfortunate thing, he's had a dry break in rack number 3. And that's now given the table to Spectre Dawn, who's just double checking to see if the 3-ball goes, which it does. That's if he's going to play it long. And he is. Right, so now you just got to be careful you don't overhit this and hook yourself behind the 5. And he's leaving himself well short of that. Well, I'm pretty certain he can cut this and he's not going to hit the 6. Now, anything but straight. See, now he's going to... Let's have a look at this. Yeah, you see, he's dead straight. And he can't really pinch a great deal here. He might have to just go straight through the short side for this, unless he's going to try and tweak something out of it. This is dodgy if you start getting too greedy. Yeah, that's the only option really that was sensible, is playing the short side. You know, take what you've got and make the most of it. But he's got a nice little angle. It's all about little angles, and that angle's perfect, because the cue ball can only really go one direction up the table. He doesn't want to go right way behind this. That's perfect. That is perfect. The only danger now is how he gets to the 8, because the side pocket can be in play. Well, he took the risk. Almost overhit it. It's not quite that really ugly square on shot, but still got to take due care and attention with this. And see there, you know, I'm not saying he did exactly the same as Larry, but it was quite quick. Do you see what I mean? Where he's lined up the shot and then he's immediately, you know, jacked up and played the shot. To me, you're sending the cue tip offline. I can't believe that you're jacking up as quick as we've seen tonight and you're hitting in a straight line when you play the shot. You're easily turning over the tip of that cue on the cue ball and you're putting English on it. We saw it earlier tonight from Larry. In fact, it was even more exaggerated by Larry than what we saw there, but the same result. The shot ends up missing. But anyway, it's a reprieve for Slim, who has now got a 3-rack lead and got a ball in the break. The 3-ball, I think, went in the break, and possibly the 5. And, well, he should be home and dry, shouldn't he? The critical shot is this one, from the 4 to the 6. This is where it can go wrong, because that 7-ball could interfere with it, and he's erring on the safety side. So now how does he deal with the 7? He's going to have to check this up big time like that to avoid running into it, and that's nice. Perfect little angle. Right, we'll give him this 8-ball in the little roll through for the 9. Let's have a quick look at the bracket here. on this one loss side. We can see that Larry is one apiece with Sergeresh, and that match is no handicap either. Well, make hay while the sun shines again, Slim, because you wouldn't expect a 4-0 lead. One ball goes in, and another ball goes in, and he's on the 2. Now, he can stun this and just come outside the 6. I mean, that would be the simplest thing to do. Well, he's left himself more of an angle. It's just more of an angle you've got to deal with. He's played the bank instead. Perfect. He's left himself a wee bit short on the 6. Could have done with being there. That way it'd have been a lot simpler. Now he's having to go forward and come back up. And this will just be a little draw. Not that much. And then he'll probably end up going 3 rails. Now, is he trying to go inside? Now that is asking for serious trouble, Slim. That was a very poor choice of shot, I'm afraid. He's got away with it, though. He has got away with it. I don't think I'd have been risking that, but I'll tell you, he pulled one out of the hat there. And suddenly it's 5-0. He's a man in a hurry. But he's also dry this time around, so now Spectre Dawn comes to the table and doesn't have a shot. And in deep doo-doo at the moment. He's played the push out. Slim. Let's have a look. I mean, that's again not the best of push outs. Slim's trying to convince himself that he can't cut that into the side. And he's also trying to convince himself that he can't jump over the 5 and catch the edge of that one and pot it. Now, don't forget, Slim could easily give this back, and he has done. He's now called Spectre Dawn's bluff. Now, what does Spectre Dawn see in this opportunity? Is he going to try and cut it across for a bank? Is he going to try and cut the thin edge? Is he going to try and jump the edge of the 5? Well, he's dug his own hole for himself with the push out. Slim's given it to him. And he went to try and create the bank. Is he getting a roll? Well, Slim could be 6-0 here if he's going to go for the combo. It's a wee bit fiddly, but there is room off the rail. It's not a bad line to have a go at the combo. Well, he's lining it up. There's a reasonable margin for error here in this 9-ball combo. As long as the pace is good. Perfect. Absolutely stonewall perfect. 6-0 on the hill. That rhymes. And there's that pattern with the 3 balls, which has now been split. The 1 and the 4 ball have gone in the break. No shot in the 2, but well, Slim's at liberty to put Spectre Dawn in trouble here if he fancies doing that. Unless he's looking at creating something, either a billiard off the 9 for the 2, I don't know. Is he trying to be imaginative here? I'm looking to see what he's trying to create here. But the safety is on. I mean, he can just cut that 2 into the 6 and bring the 2 ball that way. And he went for the bank, and there you go, 7-0. And I've just realised my replay isn't working in this as well, so I'm going to have to fix that again. Well, what a result for Slim. That was quick. So without hanging about, let's get in and catch up with Larry and Sergeresh at 2 apiece. Larry just jumping and getting the 2. 4 ball is over the side pocket. Well, Slim, definitely a man in a hurry tonight. Right, while this is on, let me take out the replay and put it back in and see if I can fix it. Hold on. Right, apologies, that's it back. We're fixed. Well, we are fixed. I don't know whether it's working yet till I test it, but it should be working. Larry with a 3-2 lead on the hill in this race to 4. Sergeresh trying to hang on in there and take it all the way. So Spectre Dawn is lying in the semi-final spot, waiting on the results coming through from these matches. And One Pocket Slim can have a nice little break, have a coffee or whatever, while he awaits on his opponent. Well, the angle's there. Just get this flush up the rail, get the cue ball out. Well, got it out too good. So here we go. Sergeresh breaking for the match. There's the cue ball. It's gone. Well, that's what you don't want when you're breaking for the match. Not only that, he's had a good break. The balls are all well split. So Larry's just marking his card as to what direction he's going here. Looking like he may well want to come around the back of this 3 ball. So the angle that he leaves in the 2, he wants to be just potting the 2 with a natural angle to drop behind the 3. And that isn't what he's doing. He's going to go at the rail and cut across the 3. No, he isn't. He's sneaking round the corner. He is sneaking round the corner, trying to catch me out. Well, this is the make or break shot as far as this rack and match goes. And that's not bad. So don't hit the 9 ball is the golden rule here. Get the cue ball up the table nice and clean. Now he's got a decision to make. The decision is the line in this 5 ball, you drop it in stone dead and leave the cue ball there, run the 7. Oh, you see, there you go. That's a trackball mouse for you. That needed a proper stun draw, and he's not met the mark there. He's left it way short. That's, to me, always the vulnerability with a play with a trackball mouse, is trying to play that stun draw. Delicate shots like that. Now it's all about trying to dig out pots to stay at the table. He's now got a bank he's got to take on, and he's got to make the line of this because it ain't dead set. And that's just one shot too many, Larry. Is he going to get a roll? I don't think so. And one mistake, not hit it through to get on that 7 ball, and it's cost him the match. And Sergaresh goes through. Trying his best to scratch though. So ultimately it was the old self-inflicted damage that done for Larry again. Sooner or later he'll get rid of these trackball mice, because it's that delicate control shot that you want that lets you down. Right, so where have we got to now? Well, we have Sergaresh and Brocky lining up. And no doubt Sergaresh is going to be giving away something to Brocky. It could be the 7 ball. And even that is still asking a lot for Brocky to get to the 7 ball. I don't know whether it'll be much more generous than that, being as it's only a race to 4. But we'll soon find out. In fact, we won't hang about, we'll get in, and we're under starters orders, lagged for the break, Sergaresh on the right hand side. In fact, Brocky's getting more than generous, he's getting 6 and out here. And Sergaresh is in deep doo-doo here also. And the cue ball's gone south. Well, that proves that Brocky's paying attention, because he's realised there he had ball in hand. And if you saw the match earlier, Brocky had a similar situation where the opponents made a foul, or whatever the hell it was, and Brocky wasn't paying attention, didn't realise he had ball in hand, and ultimately lost the rack because of it, when all he had to do was pot 1 ball, one of his money balls, and he'd have won the rack. And Brocky's came up smelling the roses there. And well, this is as good a chance as he's going to get a good start in this match. Cut that 4, don't cut it too hard or you'll scratch maybe. And just roll the 5 in and leave yourself a shot in the 6. Now, it could be one of these players that thinks he has to run the cue ball to try and make it look good, or he can be sensible. Well, he's checked the cue ball up. He's sensible enough to know to do that. And, well, you shouldn't really miss these. And in it goes. Well, I think there's a major problem here for Brocky if he does get through this. And the major problem would be if he wins this match against Sergresh, he's going to be up against Spectre Dawn. He's getting 6 and out here. He'll probably get the same thing against Spectre Dawn. I don't believe he'll get 5 and out in a race to 4. But even less likely a chance of having a shot at anything against Spectre Dawn. But that's not to say that Sergresh might not get his act together and take him out. But Sergresh's frailties are there. Self-inflicted damage. Missing pots at the wrong time, especially when you're given 6 and out, is a no-no. And the stun draw there, sending the 3 ball to the jaws, and the usual outcome. They don't go in. And neither did that. Rocky in too much of a hurry. Needs to miss the 7. So the pressure's all on Sergresh. Brocky's got nothing to lose here. Sergresh is the one with all the problems. He has to simply pot everything from now on and not make a mistake. That's a good shot. Oh, he's just too straight again, though. Well, he could take his medicine and just stun forward as good as he could like that and play the pot, but now he's running into the 8 ball and doesn't know whether he'll have a shot. How's his luck? Well, cue ball stays on the table. The 8 ball keeps rolling, and this is the type of thing that can shoot you in the foot. If he doesn't get this safe, Brocky just rolls the 8 in, and he's all square. Talking about rolling the 8 in, that's all he needs. Don't push it to the jaw too soon or you'll catch that jaw. There we go. Oh, look at that. 2 ball bounces onto the 1, knocks the 1 into the side pocket. Well, had that been the 6 ball over the side, it'd have been rack over. Unfortunately, it wasn't, as far as Brocky's concerned. Oh, big miscue. Too much of a hurry, getting a bit excited. Well, how's Sergresh's nerve here? 2-0 down. All he has to do is just drop this 6 ball in, cut the 7 in, let the cue ball come out to the right. And the further out to the right he goes, the more likelihood he's just going to roll it into the side pocket. Needs to keep running. Right, now he can play the little stun, come back for the 9. Just like that. That's perfect. No, this isn't the last match, Blind Hog. This is the one lost side. And these two guys are battling it out to see who plays Spectre Dawn in the semi-final. One Pocket Slim's already through to the final, having beat Spectre Dawn 7 racks to 0. Where have you been? Have you been in at the trough? Again, Brocky in far too much of a hurry. Maybe it's time for his bed as well. In fact, I never thought to look. Where the hell's Brocky? Oh, he's from Canada, according to the flag. Well, this is dangerous. He needed to hit that too, for the simple reason that if he missed it, Brocky would have had a ball in hand 2-6 combo set up there. No, there wasn't a big field. There was what, like, was a 9 in, I think, something like that. Just over halfway. Well, Sergeresh, I don't think will be able to refuse the bank. The bank's a stone waller. There is room. Loads of room. Oh no, he's going for the cut. That's very well done. Has it got the legs? Yes, and he's sitting with not bad a shot in the 4. In fact, he can pot this. As long as he plays it right, he can avoid running into anything. He just wanted run. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, that wasn't the way I would have played it. I would have done everything to avoid. I would have stunned that to avoid hitting the 7. And why Sergeresh didn't see that, I don't know. But, well, Brocky actually caught the edge of that on the way back. And it's again puts the pressure on Sergeresh to deliver here. We're now down to the money ball side of the rack here. Well, I don't know what the hell that was. But Brocky needs one good pot. And not let this cue ball run too loose. One good pot, but he's nowhere near the pot. He was a diamond and a half off it. But again, he's got a fairly lucky roll. Yes, the bank is on. And this time Sergeresh nails it. Still got to clear everything though. And he's actually pretty straight in the 6. Where's the cue ball going? He's okay. Trying to get this back all square. And not a lot you can do here other than just nip back, because you can't take any liberties with that. You're far too straight. So that eases the pressure a little bit on Sergeresh, getting it back all square. Oh, what a mess we've got now. The break is dry and the table's a proper mess. Well, nice little jump by Brocky. No shot in the 2, of course. Again, caught the thin edge of the 2. Leaves absolutely rock solid, safe on the rail. And I've got the hiccups again. So Larry was the defending champion from last week's Friday Night 9 ball. And of course, Larry has gone home. Sergaresh having taken him out, so it's going to be another champion this week. Is it going to be One Pocket Slim? Is it going to be one of these guys? Or is it going to be Spectre Dawn out for revenge for that 7-0 hammering that he got from Slim? We'll find out in a little while. So Brocky with ball in hand. Now, this is just roll this 4 in and the cue ball will do the rest. You don't need to thump anything, you just need to roll it in. But again, he's really struggling to find lines, Brocky. Everything's a lot easier when you've been around a lot longer and played these shots 1,000 times. If it's somebody that doesn't play an awful lot, this is tough stuff to pick lines. It was an easy 4-ball, there wasn't any problem at all, but Brocky's, again, my main criticism is he's in far too much of a hurry. Well, this is a nice little comfortable angle to cut that into the corner and just nip across for the 5. How does he deal with the 6 though? The 6 doesn't go. And, well, I mean, if he just takes his medicine and nips this along the rate, in fact, it's tightish, but he's going up and down. And that might not be bad. He might not be bad to actually... well, if he'd gone a wee bit further, he could have had a proper go at the combo, but he's just going to duck. The right thing to do. Oh, got a good hit and left it pretty safe. Doesn't bank, of course. 8 balls in the way. Tried to play the little billiard onto the 9 and gets the result. Clever little shot. And Sergaresh now 1 rack away. But Rye. Oh, 3 balls gone. Eventually. Well, this is one of these fiddly little dodgy cuts. He's picked a line very well. Good start. So now it's at the it's rapidly approaching the danger zone. Almost down to the money balls. Sergaresh having to deliver in all of them to take Brocky out. Still good. Just a nice little gentle pot. Now the safest route here is run forward and around the corner and just come round and out. Well, he's played the stun, he's got the stun weight pretty good. Just a roll in and drop the 9 in for the match. So Sergaresh is going to be facing up to Spectre Dawn. Sergaresh being the one last obstacle for Spectre Dawn to have another go at Slim. And there we are. Well, the room is up. We're just waiting on both players arriving. Neither of them in a hurry to get in. No doubt Sergresh will be getting maybe... Oh, what will he be getting? He might be getting the 7 ball. He might be getting the 8 ball. So they're both in. We've got Sergresh on the right-hand side, lagging for the break. And he is getting a 7 ball. That's a close one, but Spectre Dawn has got the win. He's lining up with the window again. So this is to see who plays One Pocket Slim in tonight's final. Welcome back to Cold as Pillow. Well, Sergresh might as well have a smack at this for a quick start with a 1-7 combo. And that's very well done. That's exactly the start you want in a race to 4 against Spectre Dawn. But you also want the follow-up. And the 8 ball has gone in. And, well, he could cheat the pocket with this 1 ball. He could definitely cheat the pocket. He's trying to duck, though. And that'll do. And now we're going to get a bit of the old tactics here. Bumping the 7. But he's come out into the open, has he? Yes, he has. Well, whatever way you look at it, it's an opportunity for Spectre Dawn. Well, right now, the best he's going to get is a 2-4 combo, isn't it? I mean, what's he going to try and do here to get on the 2? Not a lot. Taking what's there, accepting it for what it is. And I mean, let's be honest, it's a pretty simple looking combo. And the 2 ball stays in play, which is even more important now. Can he nip in the back of the 3? No, yeah, I think he can. No. Had enough angle for the stun out into the table. So all good so far. This is a clincher, getting good in the 5, and he's just, again, taking his medicine, not trying to get anything elaborate. The problem for Sergresh is now that Spectre Dawn's at the table, in control, Sergresh might have played his last shot in the match. That's the way it can go sometimes. Especially when it's only the race to 4. I mean, that's it. You're sat down, you're done for the week. Well, he's on the 50-yard line one way or another. Is he going into the corner instead now? I think he's changed his mind. Yeah. So, sticks to the same routine. 1 apiece. A good break, but nothing heading to a pocket. And Sergey's got another little dodgy cut in the 1 into the side. And the only other problem will be how he comes off this 2 for the 3, because we can see the 3 doesn't go past the 8 ball. The angle he's got the 2, he wants to run away up the table and come back. So he's trying to drag off the pace, and again, quite happy to accept a combo. This cue ball, this 3 ball is going to go to the short rail. He's hit it hard enough to get it into play. That's very well done. Okay, you can never guarantee you're going to end up sort of plumb on it, but he had to hit it hard so that it didn't just marry itself to the rail. So all good so far for Sergeresh here. Well, if you're going to warm up during the tournament, even though you're the one-loss side, now's the perfect time to warm up. And Sergeresh looks as if he's found his feet here. Now, this is where you've got to dig in and get up the table, unless you're playing in the short side. Well, that's neither here nor there. I mean, you still expect him to get this. He only needs a 7. And comfortably, without any second thoughts, and it goes. Spectre Dawn could be in trouble here. And something has gone in. Well, this is certainly more fiddly, but he can play a half-decent safety here off this 1 ball. Send it to the rail, send it up behind the 7, and keep the cue ball down this end of the table. Oh, now he's getting a lucky roll. Well, I think he went all out for the bank there, but if that was me, I would have sent that 1 ball up that direction and kept the cue ball in the kitchen. But if you need lucky rolls now and again, and make the most of them. And Spectre Dawn almost scratched there. But now, Sergeresh, well, the cue ball's just running away from the 2 slightly here. But he needs to go far enough up the table. Oh, he's hung the 1 though. He's hung the 1. Oh, he'd have been good. A pot in the 2 off the rail in the gap, and he'd have been on the 3. And what you don't want to do is give Spectre Dawn a lifeline. Spectre Dawn, I think, is going to have to go on the short side here. Oh no, he's got a slight angle. I thought it was the other way, so he can work with that. And he is going on the short side still, though. Right, so the angle is good. He can nip down the right side for this 4. It's all about judging the weight. He could run forward and come across. So he's got a choice how he gets there. And he's coming down. And that'll be good enough. This might be going all the way, this one. But the biggest concern is if Spectre Dawn's break works in these next racks here, because if he does, he's more than likely going to be out. One ball looked into the side pocket, refused though. And no joy. Well, not an easy starter for Sergeresh, but if he plays the cut in the 1 into the corner, he'll certainly be brushing the 7, and you never know. You never know. He could knock that 7 in. He had a go at it. He had a go at it and scratched, so that could be the fatal mistake there. You never think you're going to get back to the table. Ball in hand with Spectre Dawn, but look at where the 2 ball is. Yes, it goes. And serious yawning kicking in now. What time is it? It's 24 minutes past 9. Oh dear. Well, he wasn't playing the pot. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, because clearly he was intended to hook Sergeresh there, especially where the 3 ball is. But he's got the hit. How's the luck? And in goes the 2, and he's got a shot in the 3, has he? Yes, he does. Well, he's getting a roll here, Sergeresh. You've got to make the most of it. You know, the fluke isn't what matters, it's what you make of it. I've always said that. Now he needs to come back. Oh, he hasn't hit it. He has not hit it. I mean, look at that. He had all that yardage to draw that cue ball back there onto this 5. And now everything's up in the air. It's all in doubt. Big, thin cut in the 5. He's got it, and he's scratched off the 6. Complete disaster. Oh, but look what he's forced Spectre on and having to do. He's having to try and play a combo up the rail, but in it goes. Didn't hang around, and Spectre Dawn breaking for the match. Same set up again with the window. Well, this match has ended up chopping and changing either way. Sergeresh has had his fair share of rolls of the ball, no doubt about that. But once again, Spectre Dawn, his break has deserted him. Well, this is where now you've got to be switched on. Well, he needed to get that cue ball out of there a little bit. He's pretty straight in the 2 and the 3 balls at this end of the table. I mean, I think it goes past the 8 that way. It goes, certainly, but look at what he's going to have to do. And again, not able to execute these stun draws properly, which is why he's leaving himself way short. Yes, the 3 ball goes, and that cue ball's got to go up and down the table, but even going up and down the table, he'll be lucky he can see any of this 4 ball. So even if he pots the 3, he probably won't have a shot. Oh, he's got a line and needs to miss the 7. Well, that was going to be perfect had it missed the 7. And now a little duck. And he's got to make sure he gets cover, because if he doesn't, he'll be in trouble himself. And he should be in trouble. Well, he was always going to be in trouble. It was so important for Sergeresh to not give Spectre Dawn that opportunity there to put him in trouble, and he could have by playing that decent little safety, but you know, giving him full sight of the 4 ball, he was always going to end up hooked one way or another. So the ultimate mistake there, that'll be Sergeresh's last shot for this week. Oh dear. Oh crap, I forgot the 5 ball. I was thinking he was hooked in the 6. The brain's gone. But yes, it will be over. I'm going downhill rapidly here. So the revenge match is on. Spectre Dawn, having suffered a 7-0 thrashing from One Pocket Slim earlier tonight, he's going to have his chance at revenge. So a 4-2 win for Spectre Dawn. No doubt Sergeresh will have finished in the money. He's come out 190. He's come out with a profit. He's 45 V dollars in profit, and now we have a final, or at least we will when this damn thing refreshes. We've got One Pocket Slim against Spectre Dawn. The room is up, and I'll be back in a minute. Right, here we are. Both players are in the room. Slim on the right hand side. I've got some corned beef here that I'm about to devour because I'm absolutely starving. And Spectre Dawn has won the lag. So, final, a race tonight. And it's scratch, of course, again. Never heard of it. What the hell's matcha tea? Right. I'll mute my mic while I'm eating here because my stomach is rumbling. I don't have any bloody fancy teas with all these flavours and crap in them. None of that stuff. What kind of crisp do I eat? What do you call them? I can't remember what you call them. They do pickled onion, they do jalapeno, and I only ever buy them when they're on the club card price. I just forget the name of them. No Space Raiders. They come in Aberdeen Angus steak, pickled onion, beef, but I've totally forgotten the name of them. It's a brand that actually changed its name like 18 months ago, and we sell them in Tesco. And it's not Walker's. I'm still trying to remember what they're called, but it ain't coming to me. No, not McCoy's. And it's not those other ones with the pictures of the women from the 1950s or anything like that. It's not them. I don't think they're a Scottish brand. I think they're in all the Tesco stores. I just cannot for the life. I can see what a packet of crisps looks like, but I can't remember what the hell they're called. What the hell are they called again? No, it won't come to me. I'll see them tomorrow when I'm at work. I won't be long until I'm done with this. I always have a meal deal at work. I've been drinking that coconut water for the past 6 months. So that's usually my drink, and I'll have a sandwich and those little chicken tikka things on cocktail sticks. Well, that's now 8 racks in a row for one pocket slim against Spectre Don tonight. 2 balls dead though. Trying to nip across to get a hit, is he? Yes, he is. Oh, that's beautiful. A lovely little shot, but my replay isn't working. Still not working. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Right, because I'm getting annoyed at not remembering what the name of these crisps are, I am going on my phone and I'm going to bloody search for the things because I can't go to bed without remembering what these are. Uh, Still can't see them. I will find the brand in a minute. So it's not Walkers, it's not McCoy's. It's not Sunbites. It's not Tesco's Finest. It's not Disco's. It's not Monster Munch. Why the hell am I not seeing these? It's not Seabrook. Goodness me, why are they not showing up on... This is a Tesco website I'm on. Why am I not seeing them listed? Goodness me, why can't I find the damn things? Anyway, what's the score? Well, finally Spectre Don's got off the map, which I'm sure he's relieved at. Is they going in alphabetical? It's not Kettle. It's not them as a brand. I still can't see them. I still cannot see them listed, which is really weird and even more annoying for the fact that I can't remember what the hell they're called. Not Pipers. We don't do Pipers. And it's not Golden Wonder. I've just read the chat there. Oh, God. This is really infuriating. This is ridiculous for a bloody brand name of Chris. And I never realised that Tesco actually sold such a huge range of crisps. Yeah, it's not Walker's Max. It's not Walker's anything. Walker's own pretty much all the brands nowadays. It's not Palm Bear. It's not Seabrook. God almighty. Oh, this is really doing my head in. Why is it taking so long for me to find these damn things? And we do about 4 or 5 different flavours of these crisps, by the way. It's not Knick Knacks. God's sake. Why did you ask me this? It's not Cheetos. It's not them. Why did you ask me this question? Because this is the type of thing that annoys me. I just cannot... I couldn't go to bed and sleep with this hanging over my head where I don't know what the hell they're called. And yet I eat them on a regular basis. Oh... It's not Tyrrell's. That's another brand that we do. Have you heard of Tyrrell's? I think that's the one. Is that the one with the old photographs on them sometime? Maybe not. Yeah, I think it is. Tyrrell's is the one with some of the pictures, the women on them from like the 1940s, 1950s. It's not them. And I've still not seen any sign of the brand at all. Right. You know, I'm going to be so relieved if I actually spot the bloody ones that I'm talking about. It's not Smith's Frazzles, it's not them. Oh, God. How bloody frustrating. You started this. Coldest pillows to blame. It's not knickknacks. I think I've already said that. It's still not McCoy's. And that brand is still not showing. Oh dear. It's not Disco's. It's not Walker's Sensations. It's none of them. It's not wheat crunchies. It's not them. It's not Pop Chips. It's not Kettle. I think I've already said it's not Kettle. Well, believe it or not, we're now down to Rye Vitas and Pringles. It's not showing anything of the brand that I'm talking about. So it must. How ridiculous is it? I'm going to have to take a photo at work tomorrow so that I've got a picture of the damn things on my phone, and then I can tell you what ones I'm talking about. I'm giving up. I am giving up. I'm scrolling through and I still cannot see them, which to me is amazing. That I went through such a length. I must have went through over 100 brands of crisps, and yet I still can't see them. There's a brand I've never heard of before. Kure Kure Masala Munch Sharing Bag Crisps. Never heard of them. Now we're down to sharp pretzels and stuff. Yeah, blame Coldest Pillow. Right, I'm giving up. I've come out of that. I want to get focused on what's left in this final. Right, we're back in business. Oh, Spectre Don's almost got there. He's left it tough. But now, see if he just pots this plain ball. Is he going to avoid a 9? Oh, yes, he's got loads of room. What drink did you have? What do you mean, what drink did I have? Are you talking to me? No, it's not Tudor crisp. Because the only Tudor crisp we do in Tesco is salt and shake. You know, that's a plain bag of crisps, or potato chips, as you Americans call them, where they don't come with any flavour in them other than the little bag, the little blue bag of salt that you rip open and you sprinkle into them. It's not them. I wonder if this brand is only sold in Scotland. You've now got me thinking. It could well be that. But as I said, I'm going to take a photograph at work tomorrow when I remember. I'll probably forget to do that as well. No, it's not Tato, they're Irish. No, wait a minute. You're saying Mackey's. I think this brand used to be called Mackey's, but you're right enough. Interchange X. They used to be called Mackey's or Mackay's. Now, have they changed their name to Taylor's? Mm-hmm. Right, hang on a minute. I'm going to go back onto my phone. Now, that's me almost finished eating, so I do apologise. Yeah, that's the ones. That is the ones. Now, if I'm right in thinking, these crisps used to be called Mackies, and a number of months ago, the message appeared on the packets that they were changing the name of the brand, and they changed it to Taylor's. So these crisps we sell in Tesco's, and they do them in ridge cut versions as well as normal crisps, and they come in cheddar, pickled onion, beef, and various other flavours. But that's the ones I get. That's took me like half an hour to work that out. But they did change the brand name, so they did. I'm glad that's over because I can now sleep tonight. I would not sleep. I would just lie there in bed, constantly going over and over and over, trying to remember the damn name, because things like that just annoy me. It must be the OCD in me. I can believe that they're owned by an American company. I can believe that, but Walker's pretty much. In that case, they own pretty much every other brand in the UK of these crisps. I'll tell you how OCD I am. If I'm putting some of this, and let's say I'm picking 4 packets of long life milk or something, I'm putting them into the tray. If I don't have them all, if, for example, I put 2 in where the barcodes are shown and I'm lying them flat in the bottom of the drawer, if I put the 3rd one in and it's not got the barcode shown, and then I put the 4th one in and it's got the barcode shown, if I've got one of them where it's not uniform with the rest of them and I shut the drawer, I can't go on and finish the pick without going back into the drawer and making sure that the barcode's shown on the other one to show that they're all sitting uniform. I have to do that because, again, that just plays in my mind. I can't stand having 4 things in there and one of them's not the right way round or matching the others. I have to do it. It's just it's an OCD thing that I have. Well, I was fine if I could just remember the damn name of them, and then we wouldn't have had this messing about for half an hour. It's just my memories going down the shithole at this time of night. You've got to remember, you're asking me at a time where the brain's gone. The brain's gone to bed. It's not even thinking what's happening here. I can barely keep up with the score. And I'm trying to remember names of brands of crisps. What chance have I got? I've got no bloody chance. Well, we might have a match on here in the final, provided that Spectre Dawn can manipulate. Well, he tried his best there. He had the right idea. He had to get lucky to still have a shot in the 3, but he was trying to free up the 5 ball. He has had a lucky roll, though. What am I talking about? A lucky roll in the sense that he can jump over it and pot the 3. He'll need to have a lot of lucky rolls to free up the 5, though. But he can duck behind the 8 ball. If he gets up the table and can play the feather edge on the 5, well, he could have ducked if he had potted the 3, that is. He could have feather edged that and come around the other side of the 8. Anyway, Slim's got the same problem. He's going to try and cheat this by skimming around the 3 ball like that, and he's missed it completely. Well, there's a sucker shot if ever you've seen it tonight. Slim's fell into the old trap with the 3 ball been buried deep in the pocket, and he's went around the jaws and missed it completely. He had the idea of skimming it and coming over and getting a clip. Now Spectre Dawn could draw straight onto it. He said the double kiss, no harm done though. Now, this looks simple enough. Just come across the table 2 rails and back into the table, and you'll have the cut in the 6. Don't go behind the 9 though. Well, now he's hampered, and he's got to watch unwanted English in this cue ball. Now he's lined up. You see how he's lined up, and now he's... Now, see, that's how he's missed it. That's a perfect example where he's lined up, and you saw that when he jacked up, he started fiddling with the tip slightly, and he didn't slow down to double check that he was okay, and then he hit, and of course he's missed it because he's tweaked the English in the cue ball. These guys, I mean, you know, they're actually a lot more experienced than being numpty enough to do stuff like that. Larry's the big guilty party doing that because he's done that more than once. But now Spectre Dawn is at it as well, where, you know, they line up and then, you know, he's over the ball. So the first thing you do is make sure you can get the line for the pot. And then he wants to jack up and start doing something, and then he starts fiddling. And he doesn't make sure he's set right. And, you know, as soon as you start moving that tip off line, there's the unwanted English going in the cue ball. You're never going to pot the ball. So that ended up in a great little opportunity for Slim just to keep Spectre Dawn at arm's length. And if he gets good on this 4 ball, well, he might have to work this cue ball a wee bit with right English, or is he going to try and sneak around the corner? Or, yep, you see, he's been caught out the same thing. I think he was tweaking that with a wee bit of English, but didn't compensate for it. So, Slim's returned the favour. Now, the 5 ball, I don't think... Well, it's tight. I mean, if you're right behind it, you can pot it comfortably. But it's tight. You look at it from that angle, he's got a big chunk in the pocket, but not when you're playing it from here. But he's played the combo instead. And he's in a nice little bump in a roll. So Slim's opportunity to stretch that lead has gone. So we are 3 minutes, well now 2 minutes short of 10 p.m. Just under the 3 hours. It's still going to be finished a good bit earlier than if we had a full house or thereabouts. But I now can go to bed with less of an empty stomach than I would have had, because that has filled a little gap. Well, a big break coming up for Spectre Dawn, trying to get back on par here, still lining up with the window. Well, you started eating because I've been talking about eating. Well, I was letting my stomach rule my head there anyway, because my stomach was rumbling, and I knew that I need to put a lining in my stomach before I go to bed. Yeah, I don't think... I mean, that might be an American name for something else that we all know. It could be something like port scratchings or something. Yeah, what is saltines, Hog? Give us a description of what these saltines are. No, well, I don't think it'd be sardines. Well, Spectre Dawn is one good shot away from getting on this 7-ball. Now, is he going to spin it and run it? Don't think he's got much of a choice unless he's going to leave the long cut again. Trying to get back over to the left. Made a good effort at it, though. I think we've confused Blind Hog by asking him a question while he's trying to eat. He can't multitask. Well, barring an almighty howler, Spectre Dawn will be back on level par at 5 apiece. Assuming you guys call crackers the same thing over there. So they're like little crackers with a salty flavour to them. You know, we've got things like Jacob's cream crackers over here, stuff like that. You know, they'll put bits of cheese on them and things like that. I bet you don't have oat cakes in the States, or maybe you do, but they're under a different name. Oat cakes are a very popular Scottish delicacy that we have up here. Yeah, like salted crackers. Yeah, yeah. We have things like that. Well, what's Spectre Dawn trying to manipulate here? Is he going for the pot? This will be a cracker if he gets this. He's giving it a second look. Using all of his shot clock. No, I think he's went 100% for it. Well, now in that situation, Slim wants to punish him, but he's got to get a way up the table for this 4-ball. Let's just decide it doesn't go past the 7. So he's going to have to manoeuvre this cue ball anywhere up this end of the table, anywhere in this area here. You're on the 4-ball into the side, not a problem. So big drop, loads of room. Now, does he want to come back an inch or two? Yes, he does. Now, I mean, all you need to do is just roll this dead weight. The cue ball's not going to leak away too far, but he's playing a little stunt. Always a slight danger that if you just get it offline, these little stunts will rattle in the jaws, but he was good to go. And he's going to go back into the lead. Well, there's not many people. There's that pattern with the ball. We've seen that 3 or 4 times tonight from the break. There's not that many people beat Spectre Dawn back to back. Not at any time, really. But Slim's in the driving seat at the moment. Well, if he's going to just play this, is he trying to play the breakout now just to free up the 8? Yes, he is. because you know, it's probably odds on that you could pot the 8 into the side, but it wouldn't go into the corner because that's the usual setup. So he's dealt with that problem. And now a very strong opportunity for a 2-rack lead again. Loads of inside English to avoid running into the 9. He almost got it too good. So we're now 3 hours and 5 minutes into the tournament, and we're well into the final. Not far to go now for Slim. And again, another couple of balls in the break. In fact, 3 balls in the break. And now he needs a decent safety, unless he's going all out for a dodgy cut into the side. Come back across with the cue ball for the 2. Now, if he gets this, he could get to the hill, and he's nailed it. Has he overhit it, or is it perfect? It's perfect. That's a great shot. Excellent shot by Slim. Well, that deserves the rack with that one. That's just grabbing the bull by the horns and going for it. Very well played. Again, loads of the English to distort the line of the cue ball. So just a slight off-angle pot in the 6. Should be home and dry. And breaking for the match. So a 3-rack lead. And the 3 ball's going to get kicked in off the cue ball just at the last second. But not a very inviting shot in the 1. But again, you know, if he's going hell for leather, he can go for the blind cut. The cue ball's going that direction to come around and out for the 1, for the 2. In fact, he might run into the bank, to be honest with you, but he's gone all out for the bank. Oh, it's going to brush the 2. I thought it was going to brush the 2 and go in. Not quite get the legs. Well, Spectre Don could pot that. So now Slim's just got to sit with his fingers crossed, hoping that Spectre Don doesn't get into gear for this last part of the match. What is Slim thinking and keeping some pigs in the future as he is? Is that what he's doing? You've been showing him how to clean out the sty, how to fill the trough. Where's this cue ball going? Oh dear. Well, he's going to have to dig one out here. That's maybe too tight, and I think Spectre Don thinks sayonara, hasta la vista. We'll see you again next week. With that shot, I think he's had enough. And Slim, well, double checking the 7 ball. It goes up the table. He doesn't have to play it up the table, but it's got a pocket. That needs to run. The more it opens up, the easier it is just to drop the 7 in. So it still stays in the USA, the Friday Night 9-ball title. Larry was last week's winner, and One Pocket Slim is going to do the business this week with 2 big wins over the main rival for the title, which is Spectre Dawn. So well done to One Pocket Slim, and he wins the title, and he'll be the champion for next week's defence, winning Spectre Dawn, or beating Spectre Dawn by 9 racks to 5. So that's 3 hours and 10 minutes. That is it, folks. Thank you for your company. Well done to Slim. And we will see you again sometime, maybe Sunday, I'm not sure. There is a match on. There's other matches to follow. We'll see how things go. There might be something that appear between now and then, but until we meet again, I will bid you good night. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. See you later, folks.